Hey guys, it's me, my face, and a little bit of an announcement. My beer was getting a little bit aggressive at the end there. Unlike last week when I had be happy, this is be hoppy. You know, the right way that you're supposed to say that. Be hoppy from Wormtown. Continues to be good stuff. My name is Andrea, and this is a channel about cross-stitch, mental health, cats, beer, and stuff. If you're a returning visitor, welcome back. If you're new here, please make sure that you introduce yourself in the description. Let me know how you found me, and let me say welcome and hi. First off, I want to thank everybody who took the poll or commented on my videos to let me know what your preferences are as far as seeing information on the projects that I present. How I show the work in progress, do I show what it's going to look like when it's done. Dante is sneaking around here. So I want to thank you for your input. I have fooled around, let's say, this week with some title cards. So you will see a new experience in this video. So I need to know, yes, I like it. No, I hate it. These are equal values, Andrea. I wasn't good in math. Yes, I like it. No, I don't like it. Stop talking about it. You're boring me. That sort of thing. In the comments down below, because you know how much time I spend in the comment section. I really do spend a lot of time in the comment section. I read them, I promise. I feel like I have to keep convincing myself that I do it. Because actually when I get a new comment, it pops up on my phone. So I read it like right then and there. And I try to, if it isn't asking me a question or if it isn't something that I want to respond to later, which I never get around to doing, I heard it right there so that you know that's our little interaction. I'm trying. So let's see how this goes. You're going to see some information on the screen now. And I have to learn to do something back here for however many seconds I have set that to be on there. I'm going to assume it's done by now. I'm learning. We're learning, folks. Templar's Prophecy. I did not work on this as much as I wanted to this week. I always toy with the idea of making it a monogamous week. Of let me just give this thing a week. Because you know what? I want to. I want to participate in the SAL with Laura, but I feel like I only get 1 day's worth of progress a week. And I don't want to just throw that up on Instagram. I feel like that's ruining the surprise for the videos. I don't know. This is how my brain works. So, it's not like I'm having multiple steps of progress throughout the week and then, showing off the end product at the end. Because that's when you show off the end product. Maybe words aren't my thing either. Right, either way, you've seen where it was last week, and this is where it is this week. So I filled in a fair amount of that dense, I'm going to try to hold and see, middle area here. This piece keeps surprising me. It keeps the parts that I say, I'm going to be able to bang that out quickly because it's an obvious pattern. I can just follow the pattern. Or that's just a big block of color. I should be able to whip that out. There is no quick part of this project for me. I am amazed at the number of people who are blowing through it. And I have to assume it's because they're working on it multiple times a week. I'm giving it maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 a week. And I just don't feel like I'm getting a foothold. So maybe next week we change tactics and we become one of those people. I don't even know if it's going to make a difference. But we become one of those people that can work on multiple projects in a day. And I start every night on this and give it like 2 hours. And then at the end, if I want to swap out to a different project, I will. Or maybe I'll make myself swap out to a different project so I don't get burnt out. And I have more than one thing to show you at the end of the week. The wheels are always turning. The next thing that I worked on is Suffrage Act. You should be seeing some quality information right about now. Really do need to think about something to do back here while that displays. I made some, not as great a progress as I would have liked because I was really banging this out for a while. But I managed to bring over more of the brick road. I managed to do the star. I did a little more bunting. I kind of extended these out. So, I did things, but I really didn't do anything noticeable, which is unusual for me because I'm not generally about the subtle. But I love working on this when I'm working on it. I don't know what it is with how I pick projects. I just managed to screw everything up here. Obviously I just sort of walk up and wait for something to talk to me, but thinking about doing this means, do I want to do a bunch of color changes? Thinking about Templar's Prophecy, do I want to be monochromatic? Or do I want to have to pay that close attention to the pattern? And there's a lot of excuses going on here, Andrea. There's a lot of excuses. Less excuses, more stitching. The third thing that I worked on this week is my Prairie Schooler. This is Who's There? And Buffer. Okay. People driving down my street like maniacs. It's Saturday night. Be at home with your cross stitching. What are you doing? God, I wish I were out. I went nuts on this. Look at that house. Look at it. Look at it. The house is now blurry because I moved around too much. I kicked that out. I would not go to bed until that was done, except for the back stitching because the back stitching doesn't count. That's how fired up I am to get at the third pattern because Laura, my stitchy godmother, sent me or had sent to me Misfortune, which is that was practically a unicorn. I have it. So yeah, every time I start a pattern, I instantly want to get on to the next one. So yeah, I put a lot of time. I say a lot of time. I put a night into it, but it was probably a 4 or a 5 hour night of working rather than just a 2-hour one. And yeah, that's 1/1. And no, I am not slowing down on the 1/1s. In fact, I'm thinking of more things I can do 1/1. I don't know why. I don't know. I go to therapy to figure out this stuff. If she ever figures it out for me, I'll let you know. The last project that I worked on this week, and I think I have it right this time, this is the Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler Family and Friends Quaker. I don't know that Quaker is officially on the end there, but it is. It's a Quaker. And I have been working on it, and I did less than an hour on it. I actually just finished this little bottom portion here. And if I remember correctly, I finished that and I said, oh, I'm going to start a 4th color. And I had my ring of floss and I kept looking at the next colors that I had or hadn't used yet. And I didn't want to open any of them, so I stopped stitching. Sometimes I have days like this. Please tell me other people have days like this. I want to thank the people who commented or messaged me thanking me for calling out the abusive behavior of some people in the Facebook group for Linen and Threads. I think it's just for their mystery sals or something. Again, details. One person wrote me a rather extensive message And I didn't think, I have a platform. I have a group of people who regularly come to see what I have to say, and I feel like if I can stand up for somebody who clearly deserves it, there's no reason not to. I also feel like I maybe made a mistake in last week's video. I did not want to give the impression that I was in any way unhappy with Trisha at 3 Owl Threads and the Nest Egg program. Excuse me. We should drink. Drink because you're sorry. I have enjoyed being part of Trisha's program. I get my threads on time every month. They're all lovely. She responded to my concerns about having some duplicates immediately. Apparently there were back orders and things that not everybody got, and now everything's getting caught up. And you know what? I have threads I'm happy with, and that's what matters. So I am looking forward to I guess it'll be my March shipment, to see what sort of fun, see where we are in the alphabet now. So go get yourself some nest eggs. She's got many. I was actually toying with the idea, and I shouldn't say I don't know why, because I know why, because I'm me and I'm depressed. I like getting things in the mail. Shocker. So I was toying with the idea of maybe signing up for another monthly, either fabric or floss. Probably not floss. I'm looking over there at the floss. I have so much floss. I'm never gonna use it all up. But that's kind of a good thing. I will always have choices. Either way, maybe like a fabric of the month kind of thing. Maybe XG Designs or Color and Cotton. I know that they have a floss of the month. I don't know if they do fabric too. But it's just like, I like getting stuff in the mail, but I kind of want to coordinate it so it doesn't come on the same week as my nest egg, because ideally, like every 2 weeks, I would like to get a little treat in the mail. Do not take this as some sort of bid for you all to send me something every couple of weeks in the mail. That's not how we do it. Mama takes care of herself. With the help of her stitchy godmother. She made me a pillow. Have I shown you this before? I have. I know I have. I've pointed this out many times. She made me a pillow. She made that for me. Anyway, if you have an of the month that you're into that is stitchy related, maybe something other than floss, unless the floss is unique in some way, let me know down in the comments and I will check it out. So last week I implored those of you who were watching my videos but hadn't subscribed yet to please subscribe so that I wasn't a liar anymore, telling people I had between 15 and 1,600 subscribers. I made it to 1,500. I think it's actually 1,503. Go us! We did it! We made a roundy number with a 5 in it. This is the kind of thing we get excited about. So here's what I did. To combine the conversation that we had been having about my potentially making some patterns and putting them in an Etsy shop and, you know, acting like I know what I'm doing, I started to create some patterns. Nothing, you know, exciting yet. Nothing I'm even really very happy with yet, but just kind of got the wording into some files to decide how big I want things. And this is where I was kind of realizing that I really like 1/1 because all the words that I want to fit on a pattern, you'd need a sheet. It would end up like, you know, death by cross stitch. So I'm stepping myself back, trying to maintain. I'm trying to keep it like 5x7-ish. Even that's big for me, but I think people like that. Either way, I went somewhere, get back on the road. I made a new pattern. I am halfway through making a new pattern. And I'm going to give it away on this video for free. There's a link down in the description box. Please remember it is beta. It's not done. I'm not thrilled with it, but I wanted to have something kind of personal to share with you guys. So this is good. This link is going to stay live until I have it really the way I want it. And then it's going to go up in the Etsy shop, and this link will disappear if I remember to take it away, just so there aren't two versions of the same chart out there live. Because I don't think this pattern is ready for prime time. It has never been stitched, so, the colors look good in my head. The colors look good on the DMC conversion thing, the floss book. But I don't know. There's kind of a bright green in there that I'm not entirely sure about. So you all are not only going... I'm going to give you a gift, and you're going to be my beta testers. Feel free to stitch it up. Feel free to send it to your friends. Obviously, don't post it anywhere. Please don't, it's not for resale. It's not for printing out 1,000 of and leaving anywhere. It's just, it's for you guys and the people you love, your friends and family, to stitch if you would like. So obviously I am launching Cautionary Tale. Let me tell you about that wreath. Let me tell you about me trying to make something an oval. Because why would I start with a square or a circle? No, Andrea had an oval in her head. It's not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and just keep apologizing for it, but it's not perfect. I'm aware of it. But I would like you to download the pattern, stitch it if you'd like, and if you run into problems with the pattern, if you feel like the symbols are too close together, they look too similar, or, you're stitching it up and all of a sudden that green is like, you're like, no. You're like, no, girl. Feel free to stitch it up in your own colors. Like, I need to give you permission for that or something. But yeah, no, you're not, I don't expect you to work for me. I would just like a little feedback on the basic layout of the pattern and how it stitches up for you. And I'm going to try to start it probably tomorrow, which is Sunday, which is when this video posts. And that I will put some pictures up on Instagram of my progress so that we can kind of see how this works out. And hopefully in a week or so, I will have a $5, Michelle, $5 pattern in my Etsy shop. It will be all by itself in my Etsy shop. But by golly, it'll at least be open. I've been paying 30 cents every quarter to keep it open. Let's do something with it. I'm also being a little sneaky here because you guys get the beta. If you like it, you're done. Because my fear is that I will post a pattern and people who like me will just go buy it without it being any good, because they're my friends and they want to support me, but it doesn't tell me how good something is. So I figure if I give you guys the free one, any sales that I do have will probably be from people who looked at it and went, I like that pattern, not I like that person. I have no idea if that means I'm thinking a little too far into this. I think I probably am. In the meantime, also, if you're interested, I will put up one of those little info thingies somewhere to the video where I linked to It's Fine. It's Fine. Because I found that out on the Google Drive because I totally forgot it existed. So if you would like to grab that, you can head over to that video and the link is still in the description. I think that's all the stitchy related stuff I have for this week. I had a bit of a time this last week. I don't know, what kind of sign is it when you finish your therapy session and when you get up, your therapist asks, do you need a hug? That's the kind of week it was. Yeah. And then she made an extra appointment for me. So yeah, there's a lot in my head right now. None of it good. I'm still having problems with the sleeping in that I do it a lot. I laid down today for an hour, and I knew I wasn't going to sleep just for an hour. I didn't. I slept for like 3 hours. But it's good that I have this, because if I didn't have this to get up and do, there would have been no reason for me to get up at all, kind of thing. I would have just stayed in bed or on bed. When I nap, I try to nap in here because it's less comfortable than in the bed, as a way to trick myself into not staying here all day. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I'd sleep here for a week. For a week. Okay, you know, little one, come on. She's being resistant. No, I don't want you to jump on my projects. Why don't you, there's an entire bed here, and in there, and then couches downstairs. There's a million places for you to sleep. My girl over at Rolodex, she knows. She knows my pain. Oh, speaking of which, let's jump back into stitching. Rolodex and Bendy Stitchy Michelle have collaborated on a morning sampler. Okay, these are my 4 favorite things. Rolodex, Bendy, collaborating, and morning. These are my gigs. It is a tree. Oh my Lord, the tree. If I can find a picture, I will. I hope I have permission, ladies, to show you this. I never asked permission. Yeah, I need to stitch that tree. That is a shut up and take my money moment. And that is coming out for Nashville Market, and I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I am prepared for that sampler. Drink if you're mourning your relationships. All right, I think I really am wrapping it up this time. I'm getting to that point where my phone likes to send me messages and say, "You've been talking for an awful long time. Are you sure anybody's even listening?" I'm not entirely sure. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. And thank you so much for your comments. I read every one of them, and they're very important to me. Thank you for being my community. I need you all. Bye, guys.